And here's a little song I wrote. You might want to take it note for. Don't worry. It's Breakfast with Bob. Chee-hoo.
And Poncho Man. Welcome, everybody. Day 3, Breakfast with Bob, St. George edition. My name is Bob Babbitt. We're brought to you by Master Spa, Zion's Bank, Quintana Roo, Form Smart Swim Goggles, Clash Endurance, Premium Plus Sports, and, of course, our Challenged Athletes Foundation. Joining us from the Netherlands, Tessa Kortekaas. How you doing, Tessa?
I'm good, thank you.
Wonderful. So, cycling, was that your first sport?
Yeah, cycling and speed skating on ice.
Oh, you were a speed skater too.
Yeah.
That's sort of pretty common over.
From Holland.
Yeah.
They're riding a bike and ice skating. That's the things you've got to do. Yeah.
Yes. Now, which did you find out right away? Which sport you were better at? Did you?
Of those two.
Yes.
I was better in cycling, but I like more speed skating.
You did.
Yeah.
How far did you get in speed skating? Was it the type of thing you were thinking Olympics?
No, because I'm like you see now in triathlon, I'm better on the longer distance.
And they were too short.
So it was too short for me. Yeah.
But that's a lot of power when you're speed skating, right? And you're doing a lot of squatting and
glutes and squats.
And that helps for cycling.
That helps. Yeah. It's like in winter we are on the ice ring, and in summer we are on the bike.
And when you were on the bike, was it velodrome or roads?
No, roads.
Roads, okay. And you secured the National Youth Cycling Championship at age 13 and then defended the title at the age 14.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah.
And now at that point, were you thinking cycling for Olympics?
There are moments I'm in doubt if I want to go back to do some cycling races. Yeah, I do some mountain bike races.
Okay.
But it's more the way of competing in cycling that I don't really like anymore. That's why in the end I choose for triathlon to have something more. Like just to challenge yourself and not be competing straight against others, like in a peloton.
In a team.
Yeah.
Yeah, I remember Caroline Steffen years ago was a triathlete, and she was a professional cyclist.
Yeah.
And she got to the point where she was like doing all the work, and somebody else was putting their hands up and getting the glory.
That's it.
And she said, what I loved about triathlon, it was all about me.
Yeah.
And I'm guessing that's one of the reasons you moved over.
Yeah, it's that's exactly the thing. You can hide in cycling. You can hide,
right,
and just wait until the last minute if you have a good sprint, and take the victory.
And then you could be doing all the work, and they get the glory.
Yeah.
Who cares? You don't want that.
No, it's not fair.
If someone's going to put their hands up, it should be you because you did all the work.
Yeah, but that's how it works.
But that's why you have options to move to other sport.
Yeah.
And when you end up, then you move from that to running marathons?
No, I never run marathons.
Okay. But then when did you
I think I only ever run one marathon, like a single marathon.
Just straight a marathon.
Yeah.
Okay. But you had a Pfeiffer disease at 19, right? And that's a blood virus that makes you fatigued, so Epstein-Barr type of thing.
Yeah.
And as a type A athlete, the hard part about a disease like that is you think, okay, I'm going slow, I need to work harder. And you don't realize you're digging a big hole. Mm-hmm. And how big a hole did you dig? How bad did it get?
I knew quite soon that I had the virus.
Yes.
So I quit with training because I didn't have energy.
Right.
And then it took about half a year until my blood was clean again, and the doctors give me a go to start training again. And just because I felt good, I went straight away into training, and like I used to do daily. And yeah, it's what you said. You don't feel strong, so you think, okay, I have to do more and more. And I didn't felt tired anymore, but once I started to compete again,
yes,
I was just nothing more than one of many. Like
Right.
just
You
trying to
weren't
hang
at the
on.
front. You were just hanging on.
Yeah, trying to hang on and like without power and
Right.
and that I kept going for about 3 years.
Oh my God.
Until I came back from training daily, crying and thinking, I cannot hold, and I'm losing my motivation, and it was until here, and that's why I said I stopped competing.
And then did you get into triathlon from there?
That's not straight away.
But when you started feeling better.
Yeah, I stopped competing and I kept cycling, and that's where I started to run a bit more.
Yes.
Just for fun. Just,
right. Yeah. Do something a little different. Yeah.
And after a few years, I thought I need a challenge again to feel fit or to have. Yeah,
you're a competitor.
A reason
you
or a
needed a sport.
Like challenge yourself.
Yes.
And I thought I don't want to go back into cycling.
Yes.
Neither speed skating. Since I stopped speed skating, I never went back to the ice rink because it's.
What's the point? Yeah.
Well, it's like, for example, with swimming. If
Yes.
you swim, well, maybe with every sport, if you swim or if you run once a week, it never feels nice. It never feels smooth.
Right.
With speed skating,
Same
this
thing.
is a worse feeling.
Because it's a rhythm and you have to get a feel for it. Like
Yeah.
in the swimming, you have to have a feel for the water.
Exactly.
And every day you get a little more feel.
Yeah.
And if you try to do it once a week, it's too
not-
frustrating. It's
yeah.
not fun because
Yeah.
you go, oh, I feel awful.
Yeah, true.
Exactly. And so then 2016, part of turned to half distance triathlons? Is that
Yeah,
right?
well, 2016 was the year I started with triathlon.
Yeah.
And
finished-
of course, starting with short distance, but soon I noticed that short distance was not my type of thing. So,
You like the longer distance.
yeah,
You know
I
what I
love
like
that.
about the longer distance, it's, again, going back to you were talking about cycling, it's you against the course and you against yourself,
Yeah.
which is pretty pure compared to the cycling or even the short distance triathlon. And I'm guessing that you like that because you were, you were fourth in your age group at the Dutch Championship.
Yeah,
Yeah. So, and then then you went right to Ironman Lanzarote.
that was my very first Ironman.
Yeah, DNF.
Yeah, unfortunately.
But
yeah.
what'd you learn from that? Because you're the type of person who I guess learns from everything you do.
Yeah, I learned a lot. And even after Ironman Lanzarote, I made the same mistakes.
Yes.
But the main thing is to be patient.
Right.
It's a long day, and of course you are in shape. So from the very first moment you feel strong and fit, and you can think, today I have a bit more, and I can take the risk. But then you arrive on the run, and
You pay for
you
it.
pay.
But then you qualify for Kona.
Yeah. Yeah, it was the year I did Ironman Lanzarote.
Yes.
I went to Ironman Maastricht in the
Yes,
Netherlands.
Maastricht, yep.
In the same year, and there I qualified for Kona.
And
So,
the next year you won 30 to 34.
Yeah.
Kona. Yeah, that's pretty damn good.
Yeah.
And turned pro in 2019.
Yeah.
Sixth at Ironman South Africa. First pro win, Ironman Malaysia.
Yeah.
How'd that feel?
That was unbelievable.
Yeah, right.
Yeah. I turned pro because after winning Kona in my age group, I thought, now there's nothing left
Right.
of
It's time
being
to
an
go
age
pro.
grouper. So I take a chance and I turned pro. And well, this is winning an Ironman in your first pro year is not what you expect.
It's pretty special.
Yeah, I knew when I went to Malaysia, it was option B that I had because a couple of weeks, I think 6 weeks before Ironman Malaysia, I should race Dutch Championship long distance.
Yes.
Challenge Almere.
Yeah.
And I didn't finish there. So that's why I decided to. It was like I don't want to finish the season with a bad feeling
Of
with
course.
the DNF.
Yeah.
So it doesn't matter where, but I have to do another long distance.
And then you win.
And then I win.
That is the coolest, Tessa.
Yeah.
I love that.
Yeah.
And then, so yeah, that year, 2019, you win Malaysia. And like we said, 6th at South Africa and 2nd at Challenge Gran Canaria. And then 8th at Ironman Lanzarote. So you got back and you finished the race you didn't finish before.
Yeah.
That had to feel good.
Yeah.
Except you wanted
but-
to go faster.
Yeah, I'm not very lucky in Ironman Lanzarote. It's my hometown.
Yeah.
I live on Lanzarote.
Oh, you live?
Yeah.
Okay.
So I feel a lot of pressure
Yes.
racing at home, and of course it's nice to race at home where you have great
Right.
support, but I put a lot of pressure on myself, and somehow there things go a bit wrong.
But you still got 8th. There's still top 10. There's nothing wrong with that.
Yeah, but sometimes in an Ironman you just need to keep going, and then you will see where it ends. So, yeah, an 8th spot. It's more. Sometimes it's more the feeling of you want to get to the finish line, because it's easy to decide. I'm not feeling well and I pull out, but
Yeah.
then you end up with a DNF, and afterwards the mental feeling is
Yes, it's not
is worse.
good. It's awful. Yeah, dropping out is the worst. 2021, 7th at 70.3 Lanzarote, 6th at Ironman Lanzarote, 11th Challenge Canaria, and then 70.3 Dubai, 8th there. So that's a good solid year. And you feel this course, I mean, obviously with your cycling background, this is a good course for you. This is a real cyclist course.
Yeah, I think the course will suit me.
Yes.
But nowadays, all the girls are strong on the bike.
They are, yes.
So the benefit I might can have is not like winning time on the bike, but coming with more or less fresh legs
Right.
off the bike to be ready to run on this run course.
Yeah, the ride shouldn't take as much out of you as it will out of other people. So hopefully.
Hopefully.
So you'll be able to run well. What are your goals for this race?
Just having a proper race for myself without having problems.
Yes.
Like I suffer with stomach problems.
GI issues, yeah.
Last year I had quite a lot of issues in races. So I hope to solve this. On Saturday I don't have anything to lose. I'm here like a rookie.
Right.
And if
you'll-
I'm
yeah.
becoming last and I have a solid race for myself, I will be happy.
Good for you.
So
So nice to meet you.
nice to meet you too.
Please appreciate it. Tessa, thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you for having me.
Pancho, take us out.
And here's a little song I wrote. You might want to take it, no, for no, don't worry. It's Breakfast with Bob. Chee-hoo.
And Pancho Man. Thanks everyone for tuning in. And hold on, we'll be right back.